Hey guys, so I wanted to make a video, as you can see by the title, why I am sorry if I'm adjusting my hair. My freaking door in my car is open and it's not a good hair day. The humidity and just, it is what it is. My hair is really thin, so it flies everywhere. Yes, why I could not live in New York City. Recently, I took a trip to New York City. And let me just tell you, this is not my first time in New York City. This is about my sixth time going to New York City. And it was just like a day thing. My first time ever going to New York City, okay, so the door is closed because it's super windy. The first time I ever went to New York City, I was in 5th grade and I loved it. And the first time that I went that I actually didn't really like it was right after my senior year of high school. I don't know what it was. I couldn't really put my finger on it. But this last time that I went, I was able to pretty much put my finger exactly on it. I should probably start by saying I am from a small town in upstate New York. And when I was in high school, okay, I could not wait to get out of this town. I could not wait to live in a city. Yeah, and I lived in Texas for about a year. It just wasn't for me. It was El Paso. It was a big city. I came back home. And there's more to that, but that's all we're going to get to right now. I realized then that I was definitely a small town girl. I like going for back road drives. I like being able to go places and having people that I like just people who are friendly. I like to have my space. I like to have the fresh air. I just like the openness. I think to anyone home, depending on, I guess, probably your childhood, but your home is just the place that you're so comfortable in. And for me, home is the one place that I'm like the happiest in. So when I went to New York this last time, it just like every time I go, I like it less and less. And this is no hate to anyone who loves New York City, who lives there, it's just not for me. You can take the subway, so that does cut down on gas, oil changes, tires, all this stuff. It does cut back. You still would have to pay for the Metro card. But there's cheap food. There's so many places that will give out free food. And there's dollar pizza everywhere. You can walk everywhere, so that can kind of double as a gym if you want to walk everywhere and then go to the park and do a workout. Also, there's so many events that go on and so many people that you see, and it's kind of a very cultural experience, and it's very unique. And I think that's something that a lot of people are drawn to New York for, is the fashion. You can almost fit in anywhere if you find that right place to fit in. But for me, and I think it's hard because we do a lot of these like day trips, and with the day trips you're so limited. You kind of have to have it planned out, and you're at the mercy of the weather. First of all, I would never be able to afford a place there. I'm sorry, but I can't. I would want at least a 1-bedroom apartment. I will not pay $2,500 for an apartment in New York City. Like, I just can't. I couldn't do that, nor would I want to. I like going for drives. I like blaring my music and driving and just driving and driving and driving. That's like therapy. I could not go without my car. I could not. And my back roads. I like space when I'm walking. I don't like people running into me and not saying thank you. Like, I understand that happens, but usually where I'm from, if you run into someone, they're like, oh, I'm sorry. You just barge. Like, that's how it is. And everyone is in a rush. Everyone is in a hurry. They don't have time for anyone. They don't want to make eye contact. They're not going to say, oh my God, cute shirt. Have a nice day. No. Maybe so if you're lucky, but I have generally not experienced that. Something else I just wouldn't be able to deal with is the pollution. I could just feel the pollution getting into my pores. That might sound a bit dramatic, but when you're from kind of the country, you tend to notice that. It's one of those places where it's so busy and it can make you feel very lonely if you don't have a group of people that you know. It's definitely one of those places where you could find yourself or you could lose yourself. And I think you either love it or hate it. And when I was younger, I always wanted to live in New York, and now I'm like, I would not be able to afford it comfortably. I do kind of want to move away from here because I don't have really anything here. I've moved away before and that didn't work out so well, but that was under some different circumstances, so it might be different. But I want to be sure before I move or do anything drastic that it's what I want, and then it's not going to be a waste of money to move my things there, to put a deposit down and sign a lease. And it just, to me, I don't really have that much here, but at the same time, wherever I would go, I wouldn't have anything there. I'd have to reestablish myself. I don't know. It could be a great thing for me to do right now or a really bad thing. Not moving to New York, but to move away. I don't know. New York is just, it's too city for me. And a lot of my friends are like, that's so crazy because I thought you would adjust so well, or you seem like such a city girl. And I love my roots, and as you grow older, I think you start to appreciate it more. I have what are those? Sorry, I think my mom just installed some cameras on our house. I might or might not edit that out. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later because I have some errands to go run. I have to go. I have really bad eye pressure in both my eyes. And so I ran out of my eye drops. So I've got to go get those. And I'm going to go to the Coinstar machine because I literally have like a clutch in my car that I've put, like a going out clutch that I put all my change in because I was sick and tired of it rattling around my wallet. But it is getting so full. And all the change in my side door is really full. Like every time I open and close my door, it goes flying. And I'm just over it. But every time I go to the store that has the Coinstar machine, I always end up seeing someone that I don't really want to see. So I've kind of been avoiding it and just not doing that, obviously. But now I'm like, you know what? Like, it's time. I haven't been to the Coinstar in like 2 months, which is kind of insane for me. So I should probably go now. And so much laundry to do. I have piles of laundry in my room. Like, part of me is kind of like, screw it when I'm just moving out soon. Why should I even? Because when you go to move, though, when you have piles of clothes, it makes it so difficult to move. So I can't really justify stuff everywhere. I'm a hoarder. No, not really. Not garbage, but like random stuff that I never use, that I know I never use, I will justify it and hang on to it until like someone throws it out for me, which I get so mad if someone were to do that in the near future. Anyways, that was my little rant. I will talk to you guys in a little bit, okay? I love you so much. Anyone that is willing to listen to a girl in her car rant and complain, you're a real one. Okay, bye! Out of my